What's up, everybody? It's TKE. Today I am doing a what if or a possible trade scenario, and this goes back to before the trade deadline, and it was a trade between the Spurs and the Pacers that was brought up a little bit. It didn't gain much traction, but basically it was DeMar Derozan for like Myles Turner. And those are the main two pieces, so I'll get into the specifics when we get into the video. But if you haven't yet, make sure to enter the giveaway. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away something from the NBA store. All you have to do for that is subscribe to the channel, enter in the comment section below. We're about 100 away, so shout out to everybody that's been subscribed. But other than that, let's go into this video. So this is a trade that went down. It was Myles Turner, Doug McDermott, a 23 first-round pick, and then an exception for DeMar Derozan and Marco Bellinelli. The trade that I found did not have Bellinelli in it, but I did have to do it just to make sure that everything worked out. So this is a trade we have, and we're going to be doing the Spurs today with Myles Turner, and we're going to try and build around them. So it's at the trade deadline. I'm going to simulate the rest of the season, and we'll get into rebuilding in the offseason. So I'll catch you guys at the end of the season. So with the 2019-2020 season wrapping up, Luka Doncic did win MVP. He ended up with 29.8 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. So basically a triple-double again. And John Morant won Rookie of the Year. Dennis Schroeder won Sixth Man. Kawhi Leonard won Defense Player of the Year. Bam won Most Improved. And then Brett Brown did win Coach of the Year. The Spurs, I'm guessing, did not make the playoffs because they only had like 35 wins. We're not going to see anybody on any All-NBA teams either. Okay, so we'll get into the playoffs. We'll see what team we have, or what team wins the finals, and then we're just going to get into the offseason from there. So I'll catch you guys at the end of the playoffs. So Brooklyn did win the championship, and they faced off, I don't know who they played against. Kevin Durant won Finals MVP. They faced the Rockets, and they 4-0'd them. So pretty good season from them. We'll get into the offseason now. And I'm not sure what type of lottery picks we have, but we'll simulate to the lottery and see what kind of pick we have. We're going to be projected the 10th pick, and let's see if we do get 10. We end up with the second pick. Wow. We jumped up 8 picks. That's crazy. Whoa, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah, I cannot complain about that. So we are going to get a really nice player in this draft. Hopefully like a James Wiseman or a LaMelo Ball or someone like that. So we'll see what we have to sign for staff. And we need a new head coach. Do I want to bring Popovich back in? I'd rather have Michael Stauffer, I think. So we'll try and bring him in. And an assistant GM, we'll try and bring in Michael Williams. And an assistant coach, Trent Peterson as an assistant coach would be nice. And how is our trainer? Trainer's actually pretty good, so we'll probably stick with him. He's got A training. And our CFO is not bad. So we bring in everybody. Now we're good. I'm going to look and see if there's any trades I have to make before that. If I find one, I will let you guys know. Otherwise, we're going to get into drafting. So I'm going to trade Rudy Gay for these 2 first-round picks from the Thunder. And those will be nice to keep rebuilding with. And we'll see if we have another trade to make here. Anybody else make too much? Patty Mills makes a little bit too much for my liking. So we'll trade him as well, see if we can get anything. Daniel Gafford would be a nice young player to come in. Bruno Fernando would also be a nice player to come in. KZ Okpala and get their first round pick for a second round pick. I think I might do that one actually. KZ's not a bad player. So I think I'm going to make the KZ Okpala trade. And we're sending out our second, but we're getting their first. I'll probably run him in the G League for this first season. Hopefully he can develop a little bit. Oh, I simulated the entire draft. Wow. That's okay. I was probably going to select Edwards anyways. But I meant to simulate to our pick. Who do we get down here then at 22? Nico Mannion. Yeah, that's not a bad player. Okay, so that's actually pretty decent. I'm okay with that. I screwed up, but it worked out pretty much as good as it could. We don't have any team player options. And we'll go to qualifying offers. We'll extend them to Pirtle and Quindary Weatherspoon. He doesn't make a lot. So we'll do that. We'll get into free agency. We'll see what it looks like. LaMarcus is on the last year of his deal. And this is probably just going to be a year where I'm really just like building for the future and everything. So it might not be too bad to just have it how it is. And then try and get Giannis in next year's free agency. Because Giannis always seems to sign with the Spurs anyway. So maybe I can bring him in and run him here. And then Myles Turner could go back to playing center for us if we put Giannis at power forward. Or we could run him at small forward. But we'll see who we can afford because we have a little bit of money. Like Gallinari could come in, but I don't really want to fill up the books too much. Freddie could come in. We'll offer Freddie a contract, I guess. See if he takes that. And maybe we'll offer one to like Alec Burks as well. And we'll see if either of those guys sign. So we can't get Burks, like always. It takes us over the cap. So we'll bring in Freddie. And he's here. So now let's see if we can bring in just like a decent player to play off the bench. Like maybe Myles Leonard. We can throw him a contract and see if he'll come in. And he is coming in. So that's probably all we're going to do in free agency this year. And then now we'll get into training camps, and we will send probably Myles Turner because he's like the focus point of this video, and I want him to be like one of the key contributing players. So we'll try and sign him to go to like potential camp and then probably go on from there. So we do have 3 camps. So untapped potential will definitely go to Myles Turner. I'll probably send it to DeJounte Murray as well because Murray's going to be a good player for us going forward. We're going to have to re-sign him, I believe. But other than that, it should be pretty good. Untapped potential also go to James Wiseman. Now we'll get into the season. I might look to trade LaMarcus Aldridge, or I might just let his contract go out. I will look around a little bit because I would also maybe run Wiseman in the G League and just have him develop like absolute crazy. And I don't really care about this season too much. So I'll look what I can get for Aldridge and like this second, really. That's all I'm really willing to give up because I'm trying to win the championship next year, not this year. This Batum deal wouldn't be bad. Like I'd bring in a first round pick that's top 3 protected. And that wouldn't be too bad. Mitchell Robinson, he's on the last year of his deal. But really, I'm not trying to win. I'd like to bring in a pick or 2. Like there's some young players that I could bring in. But like I said, I'm trying to sign Giannis, so I'm not going to be bringing in those young players. I'm going to try this deal, but I'm going to try and get their pick not top 3 protected. I'm going to try and just get it as it is and see if they'll do this. Okay, I have trade override on, but I'm not going to override the trade. They have a counter offer. They want to give me Jay Crowder and take Trey Lyles. Sure, I'll do that. Okay, and now we should be sitting pretty good. So in next year's draft, we have 1, 2, 3 first round picks. Yeah, that'll be pretty good to have all those. Hopefully the teams we got them from aren't too great. So I know I just brought in Freddie, but really I kind of brought him in to trade him because I don't know if I want to keep him around because he doesn't really progress that well, and it kind of, I don't know, it's kind of dumb in my opinion, but it is what it is. We'll throw a couple seconds with him and maybe we can bring in a different young player that will be around for a while. Maybe a smaller contract would be nice, or maybe just some expiring deals or something like that. So we'll look. Like Sekou Doumbouya wouldn't be bad. He has like team options coming up, and then Tony Snell would also not be too bad. And I could just run Sekou in the G League, and he would actually turn out to be a pretty good player. So we'll do this. We're also giving up Myles Leonard, but I'm okay with that. So now I'm just going to look at the game plan, see if it's good enough to run with this season. I don't want it to be great. We're going to send Wiseman to the G League, I think, still. So we'll turn Myles Turner back to a center. He goes down a little bit, but after Wiseman comes back, we'll be good. So he'll go to Austin. Maybe we don't need to send him there. I don't really know, but we will. And we'll send Sekou down there as well. And if I can, I'll send KZ. I'll have to sign a couple people, I think, to send like KZ and like Keldon Johnson or Lonnie Walker. Probably Keldon. So I'll sign a couple players in free agency. Just some cheap players. I'm actually going to leave James Wiseman here because he should progress well enough as is. I'm going to send Nico Mannion in his place down to the G League, and I'll put Myles Turner back at power forward. Nico Mannion will go to Austin, and now we should be set for the season. So I'll go check the rotation quick. And this is what's going to look like. Murray, White, McDermott, Myles Turner, James Wiseman, Jay Crowder, Lonnie Walker, Keldon Johnson, Lucas Samanik, and Nicholas Batum. It's not a great lineup, I'm not going to lie. What's the best system for us? Pace and everything is literally 3 stars. So pace and space is going to be what we're doing. I'll simulate season number 2. Hopefully we are not that good. And then we can sign Giannis, build for the future next year, and just dominate. So I'll catch you guys at the end of season number 2. And hopefully we are bad. So after the trade deadline, we lost a bunch of games. We ended up 37-45, which I'm totally fine with. Giannis did win MVP in Milwaukee still. LaMelo Ball won Rookie of the Year, so we didn't get James Wiseman. Kind of sucks, but it is whatever. Dennis Schroeder wins Sixth Man again. Kawhi won Defensive Player of the Year. Markelle Fultz won Most Improved this season. And then Brett Brown won Coach of the Year. Here's the All-NBA teams if anybody is wondering. We're not going to see any Spurs. DeJounte Murray did make Defensive Team. And James Wiseman did make All-Rookie First Team. And then here's the other rookie team. Wow, Daniel Oturu made Second Team. That's kind of surprising. We again did not make the playoffs, which is totally fine. We'll check out the stats quick. Forgot to do that last year, but it's fine. That last year didn't really matter. James Wiseman averaged 20 points as a rookie. He's up to an 81. DeJounte Murray, 15. Myles Turner, 13. Lonnie Walker, 12. So decent season. I'm hoping to see a lot of growth from like Nico Mannion and some of those young players that are in the G League. But we'll simulate the playoffs, and we'll see who can win the championship. So I'll catch you guys when the playoffs are over. So Dallas actually takes down Philadelphia in 7 games. Luka wins Finals MVP. Really nice numbers from him. Off-season time. We'll go to the draft lottery again. See where our 3 picks fall. We had the Hornets pick, so that will be very good for us, hopefully. So we're projected the 10th and the 13th. Hopefully we can jump up again. We jumped up 10 to 2nd last time. We jumped up to 4th and 8th. Let's go. Each of them jumped up 6 spots. That's what I need. My lottery luck has been so good these last couple of videos. It's helped me out a bunch. It's really crazy. So we need a new head scout. I'm going to offer Eldon Stewart. And hopefully he signs. And then we can just be done with our staff. We're good here. Let's get to the draft, man. We'll see if I have to make any trades or not. DeJounte, Myles, and James Wiseman. 3 really good players that don't make a lot of money. That's really good to see. Nico also is up to a 76. KZ is a 74. Wow, so we don't have to make any trades. So we'll just draft 2 people here. And we'll sim to our pick. And at 4, who are we going to be able to take? I'm hoping we have a good player here. Jonathan, it's supposed to be Kuminga, but when I was making these rosters, it said that was not an appropriate word. So Kuninga is what I have it at. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't sound any better to me. So we'll take him to play small forward for us. That's a good player. And then we'll simulate to our next pick. And if hopefully we have somebody good left still too. Hopefully. Okay, Evan Mobley still here. Zaire Williams is still here. That would be a great player to have. Also Caleb Love is here. But I'm going to go with Zaire Williams. And now we'll simulate to our next pick. I don't even know where that one fell. I didn't even look. Oh, wow. What pick do we have? 13? 12? Greg Brown or Brandon Boston Jr.? We'll go with Brandon Boston Jr. We had 12 too. That's crazy. I didn't see us have 3 picks in the lottery, but it is what it is. I'm not complaining at all. Obviously going to sign all 3 of those guys. Oh, we had pick 11, not 12. Team player options. We're going to pick up player or team option on Lonnie Walker, Keldon Johnson, Lucas Amanek, and also Sekou Doumbouya. He's up to a 77, which will be a nice player come off the bench for us. And qualifying offers extended to both these guys. They're on cheap deals. We're going to have enough money for Giannis, I'm pretty sure. Oh, is Giannis not in this one? Is he in the next one? He must be in the next one. Right? Let me go see. Oh, Giannis signed a contract extension with the Bucks. So we can't even get Giannis. But we could maybe bring in like Kawhi, bring him back to the Spurs. That would be a nice signing. So we'll try and offer Kawhi a contract as big as we can. Because we have the money to do it. 4 years, player option, no trade clause. Offer him that. We'll offer 1 to... We don't need a center. Paul George... I always seem to sign Paul George. It is what it is. We'll offer him a contract too. We'll give him the player option. We won't give him a no trade clause. And Kawhi is agreeing to sign with us. Let's go. Back in San Antonio, Kawhi Leonard. We'll just get out of this and see if we have any money left after this. We might have some money left after. Yeah, no, not really. So... we could sign like Denzel Valentine. That might be a decent player to sign. So we'll offer him a contract. We'll offer 1 to Taj Gibson. Might be have a little bit of trade value. And Darren Collison, maybe we'll offer him one as well. Derek White has an offer from the Pelicans, so we're going to have to match that. 3 years, 56. What's that, $15 million a year? He's an 83 overall. I think we'll accept that. We'll match that. Denzel Valentine does sign. We don't have enough cap space for him. Okay, so we don't have enough for Taj or Darren Collison either. So let's see if there's anybody. Tyreek Evans doesn't make a lot of money. We'll offer him a minimum deal. And he signs with us. We should be pretty good now. Let's get out of free agency. Let's go see how everybody is looking at the beginning of the season. After I send some players to training camp, we will check that out. So at training camps, again, we do have 3. So untapped potential is going to be going to Kuminga here. And also Sekou, I think, because Sekou should be a good player for us. And then who else did we draft in this draft? Where is everybody? Wow, Zaire Williams and Brandon Boston Jr. are a lot worse than Kuminga. We'll send it to Zaire. Okay. Let's get into the season. I'm pumped for this one. We got Kawhi Leonard. We got Myles Turner. We got DeJounte Murray. We got James Wiseman, who's going to be an absolute freak. We have to release somebody, so we'll see who that unlucky soul is. Probably Metu. So we'll release him to free agency. Is this rotation like already good enough to win us a championship? Like DeJounte Murray, Zaire Williams. We need a better shooting guard, for sure. I mean, Derek White could run that for us. I don't know. I like this roster. We do need a backup center, though. So I'll look to trade some players. We have picks in this upcoming draft as well. So if I trade like Keldon Johnson, Lucas Samanik, and like this Clippers first. Actually, the Clippers might be bad. We'll try and keep their first in case we need it. The Spurs first. Can I bring in a backup center that's going to be good? I see DeAndre Jordan. I never trade for Jordan. Maybe I should in this video. He's an 84 overall, which is actually really solid. Yeah, we'll do it. Bring in Isaiah Todd as well. And who else can we maybe trade to get someone better? Like Lonnie Walker's a decent player. So if I throw him with like Brandon Boston Jr. because we have Zaire Williams, we throw in this first in 2023. Colin Sexton, my guy. He's always available, and I can always trade for him. I like him. Mitchell Robinson could come in. Colin Sexton. I love having Colin Sexton on my team. I'm a Colin Sexton fan ever since I started doing these rebuilds. So we'll look at the rotation now. DeJounte Murray, Colin Sexton, Kawhi, Myles Turner, DeAndre Jordan. Off the bench, James Wiseman. I think I want Wiseman to start. Yeah, this team is looking really nice. I actually really like what we have going on here. I don't have a backup point guard off the bench, so I probably want to run Nico Mannion there and then only run like a 10-man rotation. I don't know what else I could do here. Maybe flip DeAndre Jordan and some picks. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. So we'll try and flip DeAndre Jordan and like 2 first-round picks. And we probably should be able to get a better backup center than him. Steven Adams would be a little bit better. I'll trade for Steven Adams. He's a little bit better, but DeAndre Jordan might regress a little bit. Steven Adams is still kind of young, actually, which it doesn't seem like he is, but he's like 29 probably at this point. So this is going to be the rotation we run in year number 2, technically, but year 3, I guess. DeJounte Murray, Colin Sexton, Kawhi Leonard, Myles Turner, James Wiseman, Steven Adams. I want to give more minutes to Wiseman instead of Adams. And then Derek White, Sekou Doumbouya, Kevin Porter Jr., and then Nico Mannion. And I'm going to run Kuminga and Zaire Williams in the G League because I do not need them up with the big boys. And they might as well just like get a little bit better in the G League. So I'll have to sign a player to run Zaire Williams in the G League. So we'll go sign just somebody on the cheap. Can I sign DeMarcus Cousins? No, I don't have enough money for that. We'll sign like Ryan Arcidiacono, I guess. Will he take this deal? He's accepted the offer, okay. So that's pretty solid for that. Now we'll be able to send Zaire to the G League, which is all I wanted to do. So Zaire's in the G League. This is what the system looks to be best. It's actually perimeter centric or balanced. We'll run balanced. And is there anything else I want to do before the season starts? Maybe just have like the first scoring option be Kawhi and then like Turner because we're building around him. And then like James Wiseman, I guess. Yep. And now we're going to be good. We'll simulate this season. Hopefully we have a championship team and we don't even have to go into next season. So I'll catch you guys at the end of season number 3. So we won 65 games, which should be good enough to get us first seed in the West. Giannis won MVP. Jalen Johnson won Rookie of the Year. Cole Anthony won 6-man. Anthony Davis won Defensive Player. DeAndre Ayton won Most Improved. And then Michael Stafford did win Coach of the Year. And here's the All-NBA teams. We don't have anybody on first team. We don't have anybody on second team or third team. All defensive first team, also nobody. Kawhi makes defensive second team. So does DeJounte Murray. And then nobody on all rookie first team. And nobody on all rookie second team either. We should be good enough for the 1 seed. Of course, Giannis, the time that I'm using the Spurs, he signs a contract before he even gets to free agency, so I can't even sign him. But Kawhi Leonard, honestly, such a great second person to have instead of getting Giannis. I can take Kawhi. I will happily take that. We are going up against the Lakers here in the first round. And here's what their lineup looks like. Derrick Rose, Troy Daniels, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, DeAndre Jordan, Mason Plumlee, Trey Jones, Jeremy Lin, Sean Livingston, Darren Collison. What a bunch of point guards off the bench. Wow. Okay, that's a good team. I'm a little bit scared. We'll simulate the round. And we're down 1. Okay, we're down 2-1. Okay, we win 4-2. It's so fast I can't even keep up with it when I'm playing on my computer versus the PlayStation. But we do win that one. We're going up against Memphis this time. And Memphis has Ja Morant, Victor Oladipo, Dylan Brooks, Jaren Jackson Jr., Jonas Valanciunas, Markelle Fultz, Brandon Clark, DeAnthony Melton. This is a solid team as well. No wonder they got the 4 seed. We'll simulate the round. Hopefully we can get out of this one. And we win that one 4-2 as well. And now we're going up against the 7th seeded Pelicans. Probably have Giannis Antetokounmpo, or not Giannis, Zion Williamson. So Devontae Graham, Josh Richardson, Brandon Ingram, Zion, Okongwu, Hassan Whiteside, Jackson Hayes, Cody Zeller. So this team has a bunch of centers. Look at all these centers. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Kelly Olynyk, Bielitsa. We should be a better team than them. Let's simulate this round as well. And 4-1, we do move on. We're going up against the 76ers. And the Sixers have Aaron Holiday, Matisse Thybulle, Ben Simmons, Al Horford, and Joel Embiid. They were the 8th seed. I don't know how that team got the 8th seed, and I don't know how they beat Milwaukee and Boston being an 8th seed. But they did, and they're going up against us. So hopefully we do win this. And, oh, wow, those 7 games. That's a good 8th seed, man. Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Yeah. So the Spurs, we do win the championship. Kawhi Leonard gets his 3rd Finals MVP. Second with the Spurs, second championship with the Spurs after he came back. And we shipped out DeMar Derozan elsewhere, and that's the perfect scenario to bring Kawhi Leonard back. So here are the stats for the season. Kawhi Leonard averaged 21 points. James Wiseman 17 and 9. DeJounte Murray had a decent season. Turner had a pretty decent season. Colin Sexton played well. Kevin Porter Jr. played well. Derek White played well. Steven Adams played well. Not much to say really, but the team played well overall. And this team is actually a really stacked lineup. So yeah, 82 and up for literally everybody in the rotation. Wow, this was actually a really fun rebuild. If you guys do want to see me do the other side of this trade, where I rebuild the Pacers with DeMar DeRozan, let me know, and I will definitely be able to do that for you. If you have any other potential trades that you want to see, drop them in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching so much. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we hit 1,000 subscribers ASAP. And other than that, it's been TKE. It's been real. Peace out.